The opener.
Big CM taking on
Yeah.
Samoa Joe.
Yes.
And this was fun.
This match was fun as fuck, and it was like a better version of the match he had um, oh my god, with Kojima, where
Yeah.
he's like he's being a ham. He's fully in on taking in the crowd, all the reaction, good and bad, with it, tying it into his matches. You can see him calling the match with Joe throughout or whatever else, and he's having fun with it. And like, I'd much rather see that in the main event than what I saw in the main event. Sorry. Yeah, man. Like, it was fun. Like, Joe, like, I thought they worked at a pace where Joe didn't get blown up at the beginning, because like that's been an issue with some of these Joe matches. Like in later his career,
The
is that
non-Darby
he runs
division.
out of gas early. Say again?
The non-Darby division Joe matches.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even like this matches with like Suzuki, like you want him to stand
Yeah.
in paint and trade, he can still do that, and make the faces and be super charismatic and be a great facial actor. But it's like you want him to have a real match or whatever else. If you don't go slow, he'll blow up. And I thought they handled that well. I thought they presented him as a monster, as a huge threat, and just powerful and strong, and Punk like bumping and bumbling his ass off for him. And I thought like it was hilarious how Punk was selling for him, but also like just also still made Joe look credible. And it was super fun, and he was chopping the shit out of Punk. And yeah, man, it was really fun. It was really fun. I like the finish of them going to the Pepsi plunge, because like we saw during the build to this, like a GTS wasn't gonna look good. So he learned the lesson. Was like, nope. Did it the first time. Didn't like how it looked on camera. Nope. We're not finna embarrass ourselves in Wembley, brother. Not doing it.
I mean, that Pepsi plunge didn't look all great like that too, but it looked like a high impact move. So
did it look better than the GTS?
I mean,
it definitely did. That GTS.
I mean, everything looked better than GTS. The red looked better than GTS. But
the
yeah,
RC Cola plunge. Oh, that's hatred. That ain't nothing but hatred. That's venom. That's bile. That's unbecoming. That's unbecoming of you. You're better than that.
But yeah, I thought they kind of just exhibited veteran control of the situation, kind of with working the crowd in a way, and then like just like kind of like the different like stuff they had planned, like the whole deal where he swung them into the announce table, and then he went in there, did his little his little nick on the forehead or whatever, and then they were walking away from each other and everything like that. CM Punk decided to wear some real gear for like the first time in a long time.
Yeah, his gear was great.
Yeah, like which I was like, man, this is like this something he would have worn in like 2013, damn near. So.
Yeah.
But CM Punk, calling back to making you think of the past.
Also wore the white because he knew he was going to bleed.
Yeah. He wins, retains the real world championship, but more news broke about him. Apparently, just after during the pre-show, Jack Perry was taking on Hook. They did a back body drop onto the limo glass. My man, Big Jack Perry looked in the camera.
Windshield, onto the windshield.
Yes, on the windshield. And he basically said, real glass, cry me a river. And I popped when I heard that.
Did he say cry me a river?
Yes.
All I heard was real glass, and I popped. Maybe I popped so loud that I couldn't hear what he said after that.
Yeah,
because I knew exactly where he was going with that one. Yeah. Okay.
He said, "Cry me a river," essentially, and then that the reason that whole thing came out was a part of all that damage control that came out around that Hangman deal, and I imagine Jack Perry was like, "Why are you even putting this out? Why did this get out or whatever?" And then he decided to respond in kind here. And this led to, Big CM allegedly, walking up, asking if we had a problem. They got all tangled up, tussled up, shoves. Then there was like a choke put on, depending on, whatever.
A choke or a headlock. From CM Punk onto Jungle Boy.
Yep.
That's the only thing we have as far as a facts rate of who stepped up to who or whatever. It was like there was a headlock or a choke applied by CM Punk.
there's some people are saying there was like a sucker punch, and then it was all broken up, and then I don't know. I wasn't there. I haven't got the story.
So
Um,
Zakamaki asked, like, about the real glass spot. If you were just a casual fan, will you know that what that is in reference to? Well, here's a question: if you were just a casual fan, will you know what workers' rights was in reference to? No, that don't matter to Punk.
yeah,
Punk don't. It don't. He's basically like, do not state anything that is a shot at me. Otherwise, I will not know how to behave. I will
man.
not know how to behave. I will act petulant. I will act petty. I will act unprofessional, and it keeps manifesting these ways. And
It's almost like we warned y'all about this. Like,
in the part about it where, like, if that was the actual spot that he basically 86 on Jungle Boy's behalf, like, I thought that it was gonna be some Goldberg shit where, like, he was gonna bash a side window where it's like, right, and he's gonna whatever, but, like, it's a windshield that has like the filming on it, like, it's not gonna break into a million pieces and cut you up that bad compared to what I thought was the thing. So if that was a spot, it was like, yeah, I've seen plenty of wrestlers do that.
I've seen this same guy go on national television and talk about counterfeit bucks and spray painting the X over the E and all this other shit and all this stuff that just everybody got to play dumb and the plausible deniability. But like when it comes his way, you know, I don't know, man. And they had an altercation, and all that, and I don't know. This doesn't make you're this leader, and all that, and you can't holler at the young man or whatever, like all that. Like I don't know, man. Like I don't know what y'all want me to say at this point. I feel like I've said it all regarding Big CM the last year or so. Apparently there was also, he threatened to quit. Some are saying like backstage or whatever, and I'm like, you threatened to quit, let him. Like, hey, take your ass to the ring, uphold your commitment to the Samoa Joe match. When you come back here, I'll write this fucking check. Yeah, if you don't want to be here that bad, go. Like, it seems like such a waste of time. It seems like such a ticking time bomb. They're at least not involved in this one. Can't blame the evil EVPs on this one. Can't rile up the army. They're creating a new enemy in Jack Perry. Like, and Jack Perry is someone that, like, the army, I'll say, has tried to go after, which kind of ended up culminating in him having to turn heel a little bit, right? But
I was unaware of this.
yeah, like people were like started going after him like with all that stuff because like Jungle Boy's liking tweets like and stuff like that, and it's like, I mean, if y'all want to watch people's likes and all that, cool. I kind of find that I guess that's just something people do, but I don't know. Like that's I don't have a problem with what people like unless it's like some racist or homophobic shit, pretty much. But it's like I don't know what is there to go up for CM Punk for at this point. Like this seems even less justifiable than the last one.
Yeah.
Like,
because at least like with that one, it's like you could talk yourself into he's trying to bury me in the dirt sheets, right? With like saying that I'm not actually a good person, right? Because I cost someone their job. This one is, I disagree with you over a spot. That's it. That's it. I disagree with you over a spot. Go fuck yourself. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Now, right? Think of all the absolutely insane, dangerous shit that Darby Allin does 5 times a night. Does he go back there and say, hey, cut that shit out? No. But when Jungle Boy wants to do one spot, one time ever, or maybe he was trying to do it twice because of the lead up to this match and then also at Wembley, the response is no. I've seen Darby like torpedo his head towards the mat and the canvas and the concrete. 5 times a show. I've seen this dude in that casket match. Like if he could have broken his back 5 different times. No, Punk didn't say don't say it to him. He said, "Hey man, that's if I was a teenager, that'd be my favorite wrestler." What? What? Where is like the looking outside of yourself and thinking of like the disconnect between these two things? It's weird, man. It's really weird.
You're 45 years old, acting like this.
What was the So people made a joke about the My Era thing on 2K this year.
Yeah.
How like there's the Magic and Bird era, there's the Jordan era, there is like what is it? I forgot, another era in between the LeBron era, and then there's like the modern era.
Yeah,
whatever
it's
else.
a Kobe era, then
it's Kobe era. Okay.
I think
so
the LeBron era, then the modern era.
Right. So the funny thing to me is like when people talk about the modern era, like they showed the pictures of the people in the forefront of the era, right? So like the modern era had like Giannis and Joker and Jimmy Butler, and somebody's joke was that like when you 45 and it's like when you 35 and you beefing with 25-year-olds, whatever else, shit like that. CM Punk is in his mid 40s and he's beefing with a dude that's in his mid 20s or early 20s.
Unbelievable. I'm only amazed that this isn't over a woman or something, like, because that's what you would think like would be the natural
I'm not
thing here.
I'm not getting into that speculation with you.
You know, look, I'm not trying to say anything, but I'm like, all right, like if these two, like these seem like if those two would have an issue, it would be over like a woman would be one of those limited things that this could possibly be over, right? It's not that. This is, I don't know, man. Like who's telling, like, you know, he has the control over Collision and everything like that, and you know, we do this on Saturday, we don't do this, you know, you take that shit to Wednesday or whatever. It seems like a lot of mixed messages. A lot of like, yo, who's really my boss? A lot of who's really like in charge of what, you know, we can do, you know, what happened to the creative freedom, you know, what happened to all this? Like, you know, I don't know exactly the glass spot that was denied, but hearing the fight news is pretty disappointing. And it's like, well, what did I think would happen with these guys? He got into it with Ryan Nemeth just last week, kind of the same, hey, you got a problem, you want to take it outside or whatever situation there. Ryan Nemeth, obviously very low on the totem pole, you know, backs off or whatever, like, hey, man, ain't nothing, you know, ain't nothing doing. And it just seems like a bully. Like, and you know, I know he was in the UFC and all that, and you know, he's a tough guy. But
Relatively speaking,
yeah, you know, it's like, all right, man, like beating up Jack Perry don't really like that should not fly. Like what is this? Oh my God, MJ does PR brings a great point. What did they have to bring in Jay Prince for CM Punk?
See, the thing about that is he doesn't know who Jay Prince is, so like it wouldn't be nearly as so it wouldn't be the straightening that he think it would be until all of a sudden he is getting his ass tied up somewhere.
About a mob.
Well, I don't know what happened.
Oh man,
what's going on? Unhand me. Unhand you. Shut up.
You know, like Pimp C running around thinking you doing some fly shit. No, man. Yeah. Like this ain't it. Like, and a lot of this comes down to.
It's also a part where like he can do this because like none of the other people that carry weight in his company at a high level are like on them Saturday shows the bucked against him. So like because of the leadership vacuum that's there, like he has no, like, he gets the run of the lot.
And Joe,
like he's the bully when all the other tough kids are like has other recess. That's kind of what it is.
And credit to Jack Perry for standing up to him for himself too. It's like, yo, like, you know, the ultimate confrontation can go how it goes, but like people ain't gonna take this shit, man. Like people gonna be like, yo, you know what? Fuck that. Like I don't. And this whole thing is just. This thing was like this stuff started coming out during the middle of the show, all this news
Yep.
and all this stuff, and it was just like I could imagine what the backstage environment was, just people on edge, knowing the card structure and all that. Like, Kenny and them about to come out next, right after him. The Bucks are coming out after that, and it's like I could imagine what their group chat looked like. See, I knew he'd do it again.
So wasn't the word that like this happened like before the opener?
Yeah.
And then like Punk walked out and then had his match. And then basically after that, like, because the word was that they were both asked to leave Wembley after this. And like Punk had to leave later because obviously he had the match later.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Weird. Real weird.
It's just a lot, man. Like, and it's like, it's saddening. Like, it's just, I don't know how long this whole thing, is going to go. There's an investigation going. It looks like both of these guys are
another investigation. Was Mega there?
No idea.
This time?
No idea.
Okay.
But Alvarez said they're likely both off of All Out. So that's like, yeah. Investigation's open. Both likely off of All Out. We'll see if that holds. But this shit is like, it's like, bro, like, it's just like sabotage, man. Like this is sabotage. Like, and
is Tony Khan have to do it again?
Come on, say is it? Look, if he comes out there and strips the real world title, I may be done with this promotion. I say you send. Is
he going? I'm just asking. Is he gonna have to do it?
You send.
I like how you knew exactly what I meant because like I was gonna get a whole bit of like, welcome to this week's episode of Dynamite, and then do the whole thing of because of what happened on Saturday's pay per view. I'll be forced to strip the
fake real world title. Get the fuck out of here.
They have to explain that shit. It's like, wait, bro, this unsanctioned this halfway unsanctioned ass belt.
So
yeah, man,
there are a couple other funny things with this that you got to square. Like, so if CM Punk ends up suspended here, so like, how do they explain CM Punk's real suspension with Ricky Starks' fake one? I forgot why he can't show up.
How long is he face suspended for? Did they say?
Don't know. Okay. I think it got moved back to like 28 days or something, so he could be on All Out. So like, if Ricky Starks loses his match or whatever that maybe he was gonna get with CM Punk, I don't know. But you almost got a feel for Ricky Starks there. I'm like, damn. We gonna book you so good, you gonna miss Wembley Stadium, and then I'm gonna fuck this up so you get no match. And James, I've been known to be a conspiratorial man once or twice in my lifetime.
I know where this is going. Go ahead.
I happen to look at the calendar, James. It is August 28th.
Yep.
James, I have seen some of these collision numbers headed down. Like Young Jock on the Titanic this past month.
And are you going to point out to me that this past weekend was week 0 of the college football schedule, and that next week we'll have, a big game like, top 10 Florida State versus top 10 Louisiana State University? Is that where you're getting at?
Bingo. So like, okay. Did Big CM, decide like, yeah, man, it's time to take myself out the mix. I do not want these ratings tied to me. They already went down, and I could be looking at sub 300, the Caleb Baldwin level out here. Like, at this rate, I put nothing above Big CM. This is sad, man. Like going out sad, man. Like, and it's just like, they expected him to come back. Like, he had to have violated something when he, when he came back. Like, CM Punk's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Same.
And just the hoishness, like, that he's operating with is just like, this ain't honorable. Like, it's not like, yo. And I know some people were like, yo, what's wrong with a dude settling some shit that someone trying to check him on. I'm like, yo, was that
this
shit?
Is a place of business,
right? Like how, like, one, grow up. Two, like, it's a lot kind of like when the same kind of tone I took with the Draymond Green Jordan Poole stuff. if you're like the older leader person, or you want to be this, you want that role and all that, like part of that is like working with the people younger
Controlling
than
your
you.
emotions and not blowing a stack and getting to resulting in physical violence. And like, yeah, man, I'm with you. I'm with you on that 100%. And like, you also can't do the thing where like plant these things or say these things about like you're okay with or with confrontation, and then like next thing you know, like you're like, I think Hangman Page tried to shoot on me. It don't work both ways. If you're okay with physical confrontation, give him a receipt. Move on. If it turns to a tussle, it turns to a tussle. I thought you were okay with confrontation. No, that's something you said. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can't have both ways. If you're gonna talk it, walk it.
Yeah, this is
I mean, that's what it is.
like that shit don't make me wanna ride for CM Punk at all. That shit is like, yo, he's just trying to ruin this promotion in another different way. Like it's like, nah, man. Like and there's plenty of people, you know, like he's got ideas and things he wants to work with people and shine lights on people in a different way. Like, and that's cool. But bro, this ain't the way. Like all it's gonna do is like affect his career. It's gonna
Yep.
affect Jack Perry's career kind of going forward. Like there's gonna be like this army of people against him kind of now. You know how these things work. Like people don't forget that
Yep.
shit unless they, you know, just kind of get over it or whatever. And it's
No, but that's the thing though. The fans online, they hold on to these grudges worse than the fucking wrestlers do.
mm-hmm.
That's how it goes. Like, you know, like I don't think there's something going on between like some heat between Eddie Kingston and Sammy Guevara going forward. But the fans still hate Guevara's guts. And by all accounts, Guevara did nothing wrong. It's just we like Andrade and Kingston more than that dude. You know? And that's a part of this whole thing of like why these games ain't cool, because like this shit is like turned into these online proxy wars, and like their fans, these people start harassing these people when it's like they didn't do nothing wrong, or they're less in wrong than the person that they're actually the fans of, but they're too caught in like, you know, the hero worship that like actually now it's like, nah, my fave is an asshole. It's in yeah, man. Shit sucks. Shit sucks. It's a popularity contest.
So we'll see what the investigation says, what the punishments kind of, you know, and the fallout of this thing. And you know, who knows, maybe that was it for Big CM. So you know,
Went out in front of 80,000.
yeah, what a hell of a way to go out. So and he won, didn't put nobody over either. So bro, he sent that man home with that X Memorial belt, just like Hogan in WCW at the end. Be like, yeah, it had that Hulk Hogan Memorial belt, that fake ass shit. But yeah, man, I don't have anything else. I would probably say overall on the show, I didn't like the main event, but like the rest of the show, it felt like a real big
Yeah.
event. They're going back next year.